You know, I have spoken often on the show about Share the Mic. It is Share the Mic MN. It is an organization that is close to my heart that amplifies the voices of Black and brown business owners and influencers in our community. And I am so thrilled to welcome to the show Jasmine Stringer, my dear friend who was over last night. She is a speaker, a lifestyle coach. She is the founder of Share the Mic MN. Also, Lulit Mullah. Lulit is the Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer at the Women's Foundation of Minnesota. They're here to talk about their partnership. Jasmine and Lulit, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much for having us. How are you? We are praying for you. I got in trouble. My mom goes, "What were you doing? Going to Jordan?" I was like, "I was just delivering food. I'm just delivering food. That's it."
Yeah, Jasmine came over the other night to drop off some food before I was scheduled to go back, and she stayed in and had a glass of wine, which was lovely to see you as you left your husband in the car, which was not nice, but I was so glad to see you, my friend. Before we get to the Women's Foundation of Minnesota, Jasmine, briefly remind us of the goals of Share the Mic MN.
Yep, so Share the Mic MN was launched this past summer in response to George Floyd's murder, but really in response to this new awakening people were having to equity issues, social justice issues, and the inequalities that were taking place not only in our state but in the country. And so really what it is designed to do is amplify the voices of brown and Black women living in our state, for them to share their stories, share their experiences, so that people can begin to build a connection.
And that's what we've done. And Jasmine and I were partners, and I was also partners with Dr. Sheila Sweeney, a psychotherapist who's been on the show many times afterward. Jasmine, give out your Instagram so people can follow you.
Yep. So if you want to follow the campaign is Share the Mic MN. Simple, Share the Mic MN. And then I'm Carpe Diem JBS. But follow the campaign, and then you can get to my Instagram handle from the campaign.
We're also joined by Lulit Mullah. Lulit is the Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer at the Women's Foundation of Minnesota, and they have formed a new partnership with Share the Mic MN. But Lulit, tell us about the Women's Foundation of Minnesota. What's their goal?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us today. The Women's Foundation of Minnesota is a statewide community foundation, and for 37 years, we have been funding innovation and investing in the lives and potential of women and girls across the state of Minnesota in the areas of safety, economics, and leadership, and with an intersectional equity lens.
So I know you've partnered with Jasmine for Share the Mic MN. So tell me a little bit about the partnership.
Sure. We were so happy to partner with Jasmine. Of course, you know how fabulous she is, but really her platform, Share the Mic Minnesota, looks to amplify the voices of Black, Indigenous, and women of color. And we have an initiative called the Young Women's Initiative that focuses on girls 12 to 24. Within the Share the Mic program, it's girls 16 to 24 that are participating. And we say that young women, particularly Black young women and Native young women, are not just the leaders of tomorrow, they're leading today. So when Jasmine's platform came up in Minnesota, we knew that it was just such a natural opportunity to partner with her, because often we think communities are not talking, but what's really happening is we're not listening. So this allows all of us to listen to the voices of young women that are participating in the Share the Mic campaign.
I love that you're focusing on young women for this next campaign, Jasmine and Lulit, because they do have a different view and almost a renewed one. I feel a little beaten down, I got to be honest, by the events of the last year. Jasmine, are you finding some inspiration in their youth and their optimism?
Oh, my goodness. I am not only finding inspiration in their youth and their optimism, I am finding inspiration in their accomplishments. These young women leaders are dynamic. They are capital BAD, but the good, bad. And I'm like, can I be like you one day with the things that they're doing? Today we have Shaniqua Johnson participating. And Shaniqua Johnson's from Worthington, Minnesota, rural Minnesota. We have 2 young women leaders participating that are representing rural Minnesota today. But she is under 30, and I would venture to say under 28. She's already run for the Minnesota House. She's worked as a legislative aide in the nation's capital in D.C. She worked for Congressman Keith Ellis at the time when he was a congressman, and now she's with the St. Paul Foundation. There is another young woman leader, Rai, and she is, first of all, she's doing like 4 jobs right now, but she's committed to helping young women hone in on their interests and their passion and the skill set required to run for office. And then there's Andrea, who is really passionate about sharing the stories of the immigrants in Worthington and other immigrants so that people can understand, like, even though I may have been born in a different country or my parents were born in a different country, doesn't mean I don't have the same hopes and dreams and desires that you have. Really with Share the Mic MN and now with this collaboration, I think about Amanda Gorman, who gave that beautiful poem on Wednesday. And I think about how that platform has just, propelled her to a new level. I'm hoping that these young women leaders that are already fierce and doing great things in our state, that they're able to reach broader and larger audiences. Because why should they have to wait 20 years? If you're ready, do it now. We always say, oh, you're so young, wait until you. No, we don't have time for that anymore.
They're doing amazing things. And Lulit and Jasmine, we're out of time. But again, Jasmine, it's Share the Mic MN on Instagram and all the social platforms that people can follow to find these young women.
Correct. And the hashtag is WFMNX, Share the Mic MN today. And we are on Instagram, Twitter, and also LinkedIn with this collaboration.
Find them, follow them. Jasmine and Lulit, thank you so much. I really appreciate the time and everything that you're doing.
Thank you for having us.
I'm inspired. I've been following them on Share the Mic. Obviously, I follow that hashtag. They're on today. The partners are going at it today. And I'm just so inspired by that movement. And my Instagram feed looks so different. And I love it. It's so much more diverse. And I'm learning so much. And I'm shopping with them and I'm learning from them. And it's been a great experience for me personally and for my daughters.
Very cool. I'm glad you had them on.
Yeah.
We're amplifying a lot of voices that need to be heard right now.